Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we have 2 consecutive episodes. Will there be 3? I don't know, possibly. Today we're covering Superman 79 in the second story, The End of the Planet. Not the planet as in Earth, but the Daily Planet, which is being bought by a guy who hates the Daily Planet and is closing it. He claims it's because of profitability problems in it. He can't, for the life of him, figure out how to continue to make a newspaper that's not profitable. Wow, this hits way too close to home. In fact, this is super a modern day problem, especially with rich people buying things, destroying them, or turning the newspaper into their own little propaganda piece. Though I guess he doesn't have the effort to try the whole propaganda piece. So everybody's out of a job, but they're going to run their own newspaper. Except that's not profitable, so everybody's going to need to get a job, including Lois becoming a waitress, Perry becoming a chauffeur, and Clark once again becoming a door-to-door vacuum salesman. This is like the third time this has happened, and every single time it's gone wrong. Here it turns out this woman has been invaded by some sort of criminals, so she has to act like everything's normal. And of course he figures this out, releases all the dirt in the vacuum, becomes Superman, and stops them. I guess that's better than that time he got electrocuted when he plugged it in and burned off all his clothes, showing off that he had the Superman costume underneath. That's the main one you can really remember about him being a vacuum salesman. Really bad at it. The rest of the story sort of involves Clark dealing with getting the newspaper out, mainly as Superman being able to type it all, even when they don't have a printing press, or him going out, cutting down trees, and making his own paper for them because they can't get any paper. Which is stuff I enjoy. I wouldn't say this is not exactly the most amazingly written Superman story. It's fairly slow and none of the dialogue really pops, and of course there's still no actual character development on anyone, which has been the problem of the Golden Age. Look, I like character development. Sue me. But I enjoy Superman helping these people out of the kindness of his heart, also because he wants to get that newspaper out. Now, of course, everything's going to have to go back to normal because these comics are not going to deal with Superman being a vacuum cleaner salesman door to door for the rest of the series. Also, that job's going to be discontinued in a few decades. The rich man who could have just, gotten rid of the Daily Planet and gone on with his life is continuing to commit crimes, which you think I would complain about being really stupid, but honestly is so on brand. So he tries to trick the Daily Planet into reporting that he burned down one of his businesses, except it's an actor and he will have an alibi because he was somewhere else at the time. Unfortunately, Superman sees through this because, X-ray vision. He sees through most things. So after threatening him a little bit, not like how he used to threaten people by, threatening to sort of kill them unless they or torture them until they left the city forever or turned themselves in, he signs back over everything to the Daily Planet, and the Daily Planet exists again. Also, there seems to be someone in the group that looks just like Jimmy. He's got the bow tie and blonde hair. Well, Jimmy has red hair, but it's been kind of blonde right now, which is exciting because he's technically not really existed since like 48. And we're in the 53. But a story that is as mediocre as most of the stories at this time, but is oddly timely, and I support him screwing with this rich dude. Yeah, it's also a small stakes Superman story I like, unlike the last one that tried to be a small stakes and didn't quite work. Mostly because this is aimed at helping, the people instead of specific rich people like the last story. In fact, this one seems to be anti the rich person, which has been a while for Superman. That guy from the communist utopia of Krypton. Okay, that is it from Superman 79, The End of the Planet. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And who exactly owns the planet? Because the former owner wasn't in the room when they got it back, and honestly, you shouldn't give it back to that dude. He sold it to the a-hole rich guy. Okay, have a great day.